sack, the Middle East. Once upon a time in the Middle East, there lived a man named Mullah. He was always happy and gay. He wanted to see everyone happy. He used to help people in their bad times and participate in all activities. He himself was a wanderer. One day, Mullah came upon a frowning man walking along the road to town. "What's wrong?" he asked. The man held a tattered bag and moaned, "All that I own in this wide world is this miserable, wretched sack." "Too bad," said Mullah, and with that he snatched the bag from the man's hands and ran down the road with it. Having lost everything, the man burst into tears and, more miserable than before, continued walking. Meanwhile, Mullah quickly ran around the bend and placed the man's sack in the middle of the road, where he would have to come upon it. When the man saw his bag lying on the road before him, he laughed with joy and shouted, "My sack! I thought I'd lost you." Watching through the bushes, Mullah chuckled. Well, that's one way to make someone happy. The Purse of Gold, a Jewish folk tale. A beggar found a leather purse that someone had dropped in the marketplace. Opening it, he discovered that it contained 100 pieces of gold. Then he heard a merchant shout, "A reward! A reward to the one who finds my leather purse." Being an honest man, the beggar came forward and handed the purse to the merchant, saying, "Here is your purse. May I have the reward now?" "Reward?" scoffed the merchant, greedily counting his gold. "Why, the purse I dropped had 200 pieces of gold in it. You have already stolen more than the reward. Go away, or I'll tell the police." "I'm an honest man," said the beggar defiantly. "Let us take this matter to the court." In the court, the judge patiently listened to both sides of the story and said, "I believe you both. Justice is possible. Merchant, you stated that the purse you lost contained 200 pieces of gold. Well, that's a considerable cost. But the purse this beggar found had only 100 pieces of gold. Therefore, it couldn't be the one you lost." And with that, the judge gave the purse and all the gold to the beggar. The Stolen Axe, China. In China, there was a woodcutter who used to depend on woods for his living. One day, the woodcutter went out to cut some firewood and discovered that his favorite axe was missing. He couldn't find it anywhere. Then he noticed his neighbor's son standing near the woodshed. The woodcutter thought, "Aha, that boy must have stolen my axe. I see how he lurks about the shed, shifting uneasily from foot to foot, greedy hands stuffed in his pocket, a guilty look on his face. I can't prove it, but he must have stolen my axe." A few days later, the woodcutter was surprised and happy to come upon the axe under a pile of firewood. "I remember now," he said, "just where I'd left it." He felt very sad that he was thinking that the boy had taken his axe. The next time he saw his neighbor's son, the woodcutter looked intently at the boy, scrutinizing him from head to toe. "How odd," he thought. "This boy has lost his guilty look. We always doubt wrong things when we are in trouble." The gift for the youngest child, West Africa. Once in a town of Africa, a great warrior did not return from the hunt. His family gave him up for dead, all except his youngest child, who each day would ask, "Where is my father? Where is my father?" The child's elder brothers were magicians. The younger kid requested his elder brothers to find and bring his father home. Finally, the elder brothers went forth to find him. They came upon his broken spear and a pile of bones. The first son assembled the bones into a skeleton. The second son put flesh upon the bones. The third son breathed life into the flesh. The warrior arose and walked into the village where there was a great celebration. He said, "I will give a fine gift to the one who has brought me back to life." Each one of his sons cried out, "Give it to me, for I have done the most." "I will give the gift to my youngest child," said the warrior, "for it is this child who saved my life. A man is never truly dead until he is forgotten."
Thanks for watching. Do like, share, subscribe to Sahil Book House.